boys and girls, this is going to be an unboxing super duper ultra mega extravaganza. All I've done is take the tape off of the various things so that I can do this all one-handed, and we are going to dive right in. Whole bunch of stuff arrived all at once. And so yeah, you're going to find out what all this stuff is along with me. I have no idea. I have not done any kind of pre-sorting or anything. And this one, I may, unless I can become an ape, more so than I already am. Actually, I may, there you go. Yeah, look at me getting my chimpanzee on today. And I believe I know what this one is. Alright, come on now. Use that primitive simian-like strength, why don't you? Ah, yes, I know what this one is. Alright, so this one here, this was an eBay acquisition. This is the, I believe it's a Best Buy exclusive steelbook of SpiderMan Into the SpiderVerse. Now, I have the film already on 4K in the standard case, but it does not have doesn't have the slipcover or anything, so instead of trying to hunt that down, I managed to find this. It's a empty steelbook, so I can just pop in the Blu-ray and the 4K disc in here. Now this right here, it is a code for the film digitally. I'll probably be selling that so I can recoup a little bit of the cost there, but you know, it's a nice way to, you know, house this film. It's a great film, but you know, I was always disappointed that when I ordered it online from Amazon that it didn't come with the slipcover, and I guess that the slipcover is kind of rare now, or harder to find. And so instead of doing that, it's like, hey, you know, get an empty steelbook and put the discs in there, and then just have it extra 4K case laying around. Why not? So yeah, it's just a beautiful looking case there. I mean, you know, any Miles Morales fans out there will, I'm sure, really love that. Alright, so we got another one. Let's figure out what this one is. Just, you know, toss it aside, fling it around. It's like Christmas in here. Alright, now this one here is the Scream Factory slipcover for the Green Inferno, signed by Eli Roth, according to the person who is selling it on eBay. And I looked up other signatures of his, and you know, it looks the same as that one, so you know, it should be legit. You know, you take it with a grain of salt, I guess, but like from everything I looked up, you know, it seems legit. So that's the slipcover there. The actual film will be coming separately. I know that well, I ordered it off of Amazon separately, but I just assumed that it wouldn't come with the slipcover because a lot of stuff that you get off of Amazon doesn't necessarily come with the slipcover, and you have no guarantee that it necessarily will. So I was like, hey, you know, while I'm making sure I have it, why not do the autograph one? So, you know, I think that's pretty cool. You know, and I'm sure that there are various kinds of do's and don'ts with getting autograph stuff off of eBay, and you know, I've seen ones that are authenticated and ones where people have their photos of the, you know, person next to them. So, you know, but I checked against other similar signatures just to make sure. Now this one here is the Scream Factory of Silent Hill, the first one, which is sealed and with the slipcover. You can find this one for cheaper, you know, than you could if you bought it off of eBay like I did, but I just really wanted to make sure that it came with the slipcover because it's a lot easier to find these Scream Factories off of eBay with their slips that are unopened. It's a lot easier to find them this way and have to pay a little bit more than it is to try and find the slipcover separately. At least I have found that's the case. And but yeah, this is a beauty here. I have not seen this film, but you know, it's, you know, one of those video game adaptations that I think has gotten kind of a cult following now. And I'll do more of an in-depth analysis of all the features of Green Inferno once I get the actual Blu-ray along with it. But yeah, there's the Silent Hill there. I think that's got to be one of the best slipcover designs in Scream Factory history. And it's hard to say because they have so many good ones. And let's see what we got here. And it's getting stuck. There we go. Okay, it appears to be a UK thing because I see the, you know, they have their particular ratings systems that they put on the front, the sides, and the back of their films. That's how it works. I may have to use my simian-like strength if I can't. Yeah, let's just do that. There we go. Oh, it's the Thing. It's the Arrow version of the Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. There we go. Nice. Oh, cool, and it's got the slipcover on there as well. Yeah, I might have mentioned in a previous video that I was looking for the Scream Factory steelbook of this, but it was rather pricey. And honestly, I do like the Arrow cover better. I think it just looks cooler. And, you know, it's cooler. It's cool to get editions of things that are not the typical ones that most people will have. And so, let's see. You know, I believe that this is a one-disc one, but it's chock full of features here. Let me hold on this for just a second so you can kind of get an idea of what all is on there. Yeah, but I'm very eager to dive into this. But yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to come with the slipcover or not, but yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful slipcover. If anything, because of that kind of fur jacket look, it kind of reminds me of Han Solo in The Empire Strikes Back. And then the actual case there looks pretty nice as well. Yeah, same kind of stuff. Now, is this open? Yep, okay, this is opened already, so let's take a look. Got the disc there, got our reversible cover there, and we've got this nice booklet, or whatever this is. Well, that's a booklet down there, and I guess that this is just like a little sampler of other Scream Factory, or sorry, other Arrow releases. You know, this is definitely worthy of an exploration. Let's see, got our booklet here. Just kind of flip through that really quick, trying to keep this thing moving. But yeah, I mean, got a lot of cool stills from the film, which is definitely eager to investigate all of this further. And I've just realized that I needed to open up the Silent Hill one, so let me go ahead and make sure that I do that so I can show all of you. As I attempt to get the slipcover back on one-handed, which I cannot use my amazing simian strength for that one, because I don't want to tear it, obviously. So I'll just use my Homo sapien care to put it back in. There we go. Alright, so now, before I forget, let's go ahead and open up Silent Hill. And I am obviously going to leave Green Inferno alone for right now, until the actual Blu-ray comes. And any fans of the Silent Hill, either films or games or both out there, you know, let me know what you thought of the games and the film and all that. I played PT when that was, you know, still available, and the PS4 that I have has it downloaded, so I imagine that the PS4 is considered pretty rare and pretty valuable now. But I remembered playing PT and I was scared out of my mind, which is pretty unusual for me because there's very little that scares me. And I guess part of that is because I've seen so many horror films that, you know, it takes a lot to freak me out. But, you know, that game really did. I thought about it afterwards for quite a long time. And it is very tough. Just a little pro tip here. It's very tough when you're trying to do this one-handed and you don't have any real nails with which to be able to grasp an edge of the plastic here. Just, you know, a little pro tip. So if you're a normal person, you would be doing this with two hands, not necessarily doing it live on camera, or you would be using scissors of some kind. Or with perseverance, you could just make it happen like I just did. So yeah, same deal with the actual case there, and I know it's got a reversible cover there, and we've got our discs there. Very nice design. No booklet, but that's okay. And yeah, I love the reversible covers, as I've made clear before. I think it's just a neat touch. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I seem to remember that was the poster. That looks a lot better than the standard edition of Silent Hill, which is just the girl with no mouth, which I don't find all that creepy, but I think that theatrical poster there, that looks pretty cool. But obviously this slipcover design has to be one of the best that I've ever seen from a Scream Factory release. And come on, use that Homo sapien wisdom. There we go. A lot of you are going, what wisdom? You know, and I'm right there with you. Okay, keep it on moving. What could this be? Now, some of these are from, I'd say most of these are from the US. Other ones are actually from Canada, which is cool, because I was trying to get stuff off of the Canadian Amazon store. Because if you know what you're looking for, you can actually find some things there for cheaper than you can in the United States or in the UK. Simian strength, come to my aid once more. And I do believe I can tell what this is. Yes! It should be, I think it's Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is an intelligence test and I'm failing. Although, did I ever pass one of those? I don't know. So yeah, this is Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 1. This was another eBay purchase, because that way I knew it came with the slipcover. And I don't know, as far as, like, if you order something off of Scream Factory after it's been on the market for a while, if it still comes with the slipcover. I haven't necessarily, like, the ones that I've ordered from there, they haven't, like, I've tried to order steelbooks and stuff, so that way I knew that I didn't have to worry about, you know, a slipcover kind of deal. But yeah, there's our features there. Definitely eager to check this out. I'll probably need to wait until Christmas time to do that justice. The second one is coming as well, from Scream Factory's website, and it comes with, the one that I ordered comes with the action figure as well, so I'm eager to check that out. That's a great slipcover design, and I can already hear that the disc is, that at least one of the discs is loose in there, which is not fun, but it can happen. So let's go ahead. Alright, so it's this disc. Now this is kind of an iconic poster right here that was the cover of the standard release of the film, if you recall. And so it's got two versions, theatrical and unrated, which is cool. Definitely eager to check this out. Sorry that the exposure is going all over the place. That's what happens when you have to kind of run and gun these things when you are doing it one-handed for the viewing audience at home. That's what she said. Alright, keeping it on moving. What could this be? It seems like there's more than one thing in here. That's what she said. So we're going to figure out exactly what that is. Yeah, I can feel that there's more than one. Oh, cool. Yeah, so this is from the Canadian Amazon store. This is, you can tell it's Canadian because you have the English next to the French there. And this is a Norwegian film that I had in my collection at one point, and, you know, during the Great Purge, I had to sell a lot of stuff, but I decided to get it back. Just, you know, because price point wise, it worked out to get it from the Canadian store. And plus, I didn't even know it was going to come with the slipcover here, but yeah, so it's called Escape, and it's a great period, I guess, action thriller where, you know, some survivors, like a little girl and her sister or whatever, survivors of some Vikings that, I guess, killed their family. You know, they're on the run from them, and again, with the Canadian releases, you see, well, Entertainment One, that's like the big company in Canada, and you see the English and the French on the side. So if you happen to speak French only or whatever, that you're not totally out of luck. And because this is a Norwegian film, obviously you'll have plenty of you know, subtitles for the English and the French, depending on what you speak. So, yeah, as far as I know, the American release of Escape does not have a slipcover with it normally. And I didn't even know that this one would come with a slipcover. So I think that's pretty sweet. But yeah, I think not a lot of people have heard about that film. I would definitely recommend it if you can find it, especially if you're like me and you like period films and you like it's not really epic in this traditional sense of like a lot of armies and things. But it is a great period film, and, you know, it's great for if you like Vikings and you like movies about, like, children in peril and having to survive. I'm a big fan of movies that are about people, you know, in extreme situations, and I cannot find an edge with my teeny tiny fingernails that have no claw-like abilities. So yeah, definitely don't be a lunatic like me and try to do it this way. Oh, there we go. I can feel it coming. But yes, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's always a great thing also to see films from all over the world that are not, you know, they may be the you know, Academy Award nominated or winning selections for Best Foreign Language Film. They may be, they may not be. I just think it's a wise thing for anyone to learn more about the cinema of another country, because, you know, if you want to be more internationally oriented, you can learn a lot about another country through their popular culture and their artistic output. Alright, there we go. And all of that work for, you know, just the normal disc and nothing really on the inside. Isn't that just a great metaphor for life? You know, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing, to quote our dear Macbeth. And I can feel that there's another thing in here. We're gonna figure out what it is. Oh yes, so this is the Elizabeth Olsen horror film Silent House, and again, this is the Canadian version with the French and the English on there. I specifically got this one because I wanted to see this film because it is meant to look like it was filmed all in one shot, so similar to like Alfred Hitchcock's Rope or Birdman, which I personally think is rather overrated, but you know, it's a cool technique for sure. But I specifically got the French version of this, and you know, I specifically got it because I thought that the cover of it was a lot cooler than the American one that we got. Let me know if anybody has seen this film. Elizabeth Olsen, you know, has gone on to do you know, a lot of really good acting work, and I am very curious to see how it turns out. Come on. Oh, there we go. Finally caught an edge there. But yeah, I mean, there aren't a whole lot of films that do that whole making it look like it's one unbroken shot technique, and it almost never really is, because even in Rope they had to do I guess that the film camera at the time in 1948, it could only hold whatever it was, like 10 minutes worth of film, and so, you know, they had to create the illusion of it being one unbroken shot, rather than it actually being that way. And in the digital age, obviously, could we perhaps make that happen a bit easier? Yes, but even something like Birdman, which I don't know if it was shot on film or on digital, I can't remember, but even then you can see like the places where they kind of cheated it, by panning up to the sky, and you see, you know, the time of day change. Oh, there's 2 discs in there. See, I was going to try and just open it up ever so slightly so that way we could move on, but, you know, I'm trying to be thorough with you guys. I don't want to cheat you out of the full experience, because, you know, we don't play that around here. We do things legit and completely. So, what all do we have? We have the Blu-ray, and we have the DVD. Alright. Cool, but yeah, I think that's a lot cooler of a cover than we got in America, which is another reason why it's always cool to look outside of your home country for things that are different. Okay, so this is the last package. So I will be honest about one thing, which is that there was like a small like letter size package, and I opened that one up first just to make sure it was actually movie related, and it was. So that I just put it in there, but that's okay. So this one, Valerian, and the City of a Thousand Planets, this is the 4K disc only, because the steelbook of it, the Best Buy exclusive steelbook that has the Blu-ray and the DVD, that's coming separately, but obviously I wanted the 4K, and, you know, I didn't want to have to worry about the slipcover nonsense of the 4K, so, you know, did another kind of get it separately and combine it later kind of thing. And we are going to figure out what this very last one is. Now, this one, if I recall, also came from Canada. Yep. And this one, oh, cool, yeah, this is Frankensteins Army. L'Armée de Frankenstein, which, forgive my horrible pronunciation there. So yeah, this one I also got for cheaper than I could have gotten it off of the American Amazon store. And this one was something I've always wanted to check out, because I'm such a huge fan of the original Frankenstein novel that Mary Shelley wrote and came out in 1818, and all of the various you know, takes off of that story that have arisen in the centuries since then. So again, we got the disc there. Yeah, so definitely looking forward to checking all of these things out. So just quick recap: Frankenstein's Army, Silent House, Escape, probably the one that I would recommend the most out of the ones that I've seen, obviously, just because it's so underrated. Silent Night, Deadly Night, we'll check back on that when it comes for Christmas time. Silent Hill, The Thing, Arrow version, the Steelbook of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the signed slipcover of the Green Inferno, and Valerian, the 4K disc. Woo! Are you exhausted? I am. Look at all that. That's a job well done, my friends. Well, until next time, stay safe and keep collecting.